Houston, say again, please.
Houston, we've had a problem.
Hey there folks, welcome you all to part 19 of Fable 3 on the Xbox Series X with the beautiful buttery smooth FPS boost mode on once again. And now before we go, we're going to head off to the desert of Aurora, or the cave of Aurora, or whatever it is. But before we go, I don't want to go off in this regal outfit. So,
you are finding everything all right?
I keep forgetting, you know, that you can put sets that you've made yourself on here. And if I'd done that, I wouldn't have to redo what I'm about to do. But anyway, we're going to keep the head on. We're going to put the upper body of that on. The lower body of that on. And the feet of that on.
Good heavens, you look...
Oh. What the bloody hell happened there? Where am I? Let's get a groove back on, people, shall we? Oh. Well, that wasn't what I was going for, as it happens. It was quite nice, though. That's what I was after. You can't make the crown black then?
All your outfits have been laundered and pressed, and seems I did something else to them, but I can't recall what at the moment.
Alright, the lower body trim would become, think. Hang on, where's the yellow? It's probably a bit much on the yellow front, is it?
Much better.
I don't know. Look a bit like a bumblebee, I think. So, I think... Custom suit 1, save outfit. There you go. Nice. Should have done this ages ago.
I see why you would want to save.
Yes, well, I could too. I've got no idea what the... That was khaki. That's grey. Yeah, it was that, I think, wasn't it?
It shall stay that way until you alter it.
Right, I'm good to go, people. Let's go. I think we'll fight with our crown on now, though.
Business to attend to?
I was never a massive fan of the hat, to be fair. Actually, just before we do, sometimes when I go in and out, it gives us more coin. Yeah, there you go. Which is still not going to be enough to get to the top of that bloody thing for the key, is it? Probably.
Fancy a bit of counting, do you? That's quite a pile.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be getting any closer, does it?
A hillock.
I'm literally, my crown is sort of touching that trim. So I don't know how much gold you'd need to get that. Or maybe it's not that. Maybe you get it just for doing something else. Maybe I'm getting that all wrong. But where's the quest marker? And what is that I can't get to? Oh. How do I get to the other place then? Do I have to physically go to a ship? Where the hell's my quest marker? Oh, so we'll go out the door. I'm sure it'll tell us.
Milady, greetings, Your Majesty. At your service, my queen. Woo!
At your service.
Yay!
Attention to serve.
Everything all right, Your Majesty?
How are you, Your
I think
Majesty?
it would give me a quest jump point. 339 days left to attack. Oh, hang on. It looked like we had a... Oh, I can't. Maybe not. I was going to say it looked like we had a plus, but I don't think we have.
How good to see you, it's our mighty queen.
Your Majesty.
Business is booming.
Yes,
I hope it can stay like this for a long time.
It's going to make me run a stupid distance here, isn't it, to get to somewhere I could have teleported to. Well, at least the streets are looking nice again, even though we are going to get slaughtered in battle for having no money. Yeah, minus 1 million. Of we need 6.5 million. I've got minus 1 million.
My lady?
Milady.
You've been coming here long.
Really, you don't say.
Hello, Your Royal Majesty.
Greetings, my lady.
Hello, your awesome supremeness.
Yay!
Ship captain. Are we not meant to speak to the ship's captain to go on the journey? What am I doing?
Do what now?
Travel to Aurora. Well, actually, it's looking a bit more pleasant here, isn't it? And we can buy houses now.
Mighty One, greetings.
Take us bloody forever to get 100 points to get the level 5 and the other two. I really wish I hadn't spent those. I wish I could respec.
The arrogant will not find respect. Nor will the violent find grace.
I mean, I must have 200 points in bloody magics I'm never going to use. Here we go. Well, I say here we go. I think this is just taking me outside the city.
Those are nice shoes. But don't you think your grand's feet are cold without them?
At least we've got full magics, at least. He'll earn seals faster in combat. Nice. Holy shit, that magic took them out straight away. Level 5 magic.
You should go somewhere nice and peaceful. Like a cemetery.
Sandfall Palace, is it? Well, at least I can see my own personal wealth clocking up over and over again. Pearl. Christ almighty, see them, they're just dropping, aren't they? If I fully power that up, they just go. One hit. Wow, it's an awesome looking room as well. Men's mercenary trousers. It's possible we can swim in here, actually. Ah, thought saw another dive point there, but I didn't. Get the dog. No, thought you were going to bark saying there was something here, but no. It's a very haunting place. There's not any music playing at the minute. Oh, here we go. Or maybe not. Here they come. I think magic was definitely the right move for the first Uber power. Going by what's happening to them when I hit them with that floor move. It's enough of all your flipping about, bloody back somersaults and all sorts. Guild right leg tattoo. Well, that'll be handy when I'm running around in the pair of tights. Well, where is it then? A rare amethyst, no less. Tell you what, I've not seen a key for a fair while. Ruby, 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 ruby. Oh, whoa. Got a few of those, I think. Could do with going to a pawnbroker as it happens.
I sensed your presence before you even arrived. What did you eat?
Blue Auroran bloom. A blue flower that grows only in the dark. Well, hello. If that's not a gigantic diamond, I don't know what is. There's about to be a big fight in here, surely. Stop calling me Shirley. Well, there's a path up there as well. Hello. Oh, talking to keys. Well, the music's still going. But it's telling me to go out that way, but there is another cave over here. One of 5. I think I walked past a plant in that water level we were just in at the beginning. There's a little flower, a little plant like the one we just picked up in the sand. It was in an awkward little corner. I thought, nah, I can't touch that surely. And I'm sure the dog barked at it as well. I'm getting enemy music, even though I can't see any enemies. Yeah, if we dive down, it's going to take us back to the same place, isn't it? So. All I need to do is find that particular piece of... Yeah, there it's there, look. Oh Christ, it's 1 of 5 of each colour. Bloody hellfire. There we go. What he's barking at now. Must have been barking at plants. I didn't realise. Probably some kind of trophy for getting all of the flower colours. But there's a green and a red, I think, that the two are picked up. It said it only grows in the dark, though, so... Unless there's more than one cave, of course. Return to Hobson. Well, could do. Can we do that from here?
A little
can as
something
happens.
new has appeared in the sanctuary shop. Care to have a look?
I think that's where... Did that not where we left Walter at the beginning? Yeah, dog could have a field day in these parts, couldn't he? Finding everything every 2 seconds. I know, this is the statue. Yeah. City of Aurora. Well, it's looking a bit better than the last time we were here. Well, apart from when we arrived, obviously. I knew you were going to do that, because someone was digging there.
Oh my. It is the Queen of Albion. It seems the people of Albion have found a saint to rule them. How are you?
Always a great pleasure to see you.
When I speak to one more person, we'll at least have 10 points to go to the next 100. Marvellous. Up this way. Oh, hello, we've got our own soldiers, look. Brilliant. Protecting the land as we promised. Where's my boat? Where's my boat, dude?
You're one of my favourite people, you know.
Maybe he's going to swim there with me on his back. Still on 339 days. Might go down now, right enough.
Ah, hello.
Should have just got a... I don't know if I could have got a bow string. Oh, yeah, I could have done, actually. Thinking about it. Ooh, we get 50 guild seals for this quest we're doing. Nice. So in theory, you could do that, and then I could do another Reaver's Manor. And we've already got 10, and that would give us 100. That would give us either, well, the gun or the sword in points. But the Reaver's Manor one takes a while, though, doesn't it? There's quests in each of the villages still as well.
It's more beautiful than I dared to imagine. And heavy, too. Our experts estimate it's worth a small fortune. Of course, now the question becomes, what do you wish to do with this fine stone?
Oh, it's going in...
Deposit the money from the sale into the treasury. Or perhaps you would prefer the funds were channeled into, let us say, a more personal account.
No treasury, please.
A truly selfless act. I am constantly in awe of your generous and noble spirit.
Yes, well, that's why we've no money.
Your own reward. Bravo, Your Majesty. Bravo.
The money from the sale of Auroran Diamond will help fund your armies. The kingdom is one step closer to safety. I can't remember how long this section is.
The treasury is looking rather sickly, wouldn't you agree? We must always be wary of unnecessary expenditures and watch out for possible avenues of profit. With that in mind, I would like to discuss the thorny issue of child benefits, which were abolished under your brother's rule. There are vocal elements within the community who are clamoring for us to bring it back. In the interests of the Treasury, and of the long-term welfare of the people, I have a counter-proposal. It's somewhat radical, but rather brilliant, if you don't mind me saying. We charge people for every child they have. This would keep the population low, but more importantly, the treasury high. Is it really fair to bring new life into such an uncertain world? And won't that gold go to... Very good, Your Majesty. Why change things when they are going so well? Perhaps Logan was right in following this course of action. Shall we proceed with the rest of your appointments? Here is the royal agenda for the day.
For fuck's sake. Renovate the orphanage. Consider proposal how to deal with excess sewage in Bowerstone and meet with Paige. It's not giving me, other than doing horrible things, it's not giving me any way of making money apart from my personal stuff. It's like, there's literally no way, other than tax, which I'm not sure how often we get it. 294 days left to attack now, so it's getting lower and lower.
As you can see, you have 2 audiences in the throne room to begin. I've heard rumors that Reaver's latest proposals are both scandalous and delicious. It should be most entertaining.
Right, let's go and see what's going on in the throne room. I mean, we've gone down more days now. I still don't seem to have got any more tax, so it's like tax is like a one-off thing, which seems a bit weird. Christ knows how you're supposed to get 6.5 million without doing your own, putting all your own personal balance into it. Just going to see what's going on. Because I mean, even this stuff. Oh, hello.
Nothing to report, Your Majesty.
Oh, you can do it from here. Didn't realise you could touch that. Even the stuff that he's saying will make us money is never going to get us to 6.5 million.
Your Majesty?
At your service, my queen.
And now this is going to want more money off me.
All stand to attention for the Queen.
Most munificent and mighty.
This hearing concerns the future of the Bowerstone Shelter and Orphanage. Paige will speak for the disenfranchised people of the city. Reaver will dispute her cause.
You may speak.
Your Majesty, the shelter has long been the only refuge for the homeless, the poor, and the orphaned. And until we can change the whole world for the better, it will continue to be their only hope of survival. Isn't it time we held out a helping hand to those who need it most? The shelter is underfunded.
I'm going to go for a brothel here because it's 1.2 million.
Invest in the shelter and orphanage, and perhaps we can begin to create a better future for Albion's forgotten people.
I could not agree more. The city and its people are in dire need. But it is not charity they require, it is love. I propose we use this dilapidated building to help both them and ourselves, for love and money have always gone hand in hand. Let us inaugurate Bowerstone's first brothel.
A brothel?
Brothel, bordello, whorehouse. The name is unimportant. What matters is that the people get the love they need, and we get their money.
Yes, it's for your majesty to decide. Refurnish the shelter and orphanage, or convert it into a house of ill repute.
Brothel it is. It's for the war effort.
Time Bowerstone had its first whorehouse.
The shelter shall become a brothel.
Excellent, Your Majesty. I will see to it.
All the crowd are cheering. Hey, a brothel. Hey, Your Majesty. What?
Exploitation, Your Majesty. Your people won't be pleased.
Performed an evil deed and damaged your morale. Oh, come on now. There's not going to be a city left if I don't do something.
Does your heart have a sizable hole that can be filled only with love? Do your pockets jingle with leftover gold? Then Riva Industries is pleased to present the House of Requited Affection, where money really does guarantee happiness.
Today, you will deal with a pressing environmental issue, the disposal of the city's waste. Riva will offer his proposal. A member of the Morningwood community will stand against him.
You may speak.
Your Majesty, I'm sure you will have noticed a certain aroma permeating the city of late, even more nauseating than usual. I fear it is not merely the stench of the underprivileged. Bowerstone is beginning to have a serious waste disposal issue. We require an inexpensive and efficient solution, and I believe I have hit upon one. Now, currently, part of our waste is being disposed of in the Morningwood Marsh. With very little effort, Riva Industries could redirect all of the Bowerstone sewer system to flow directly into that region. As you know, it's a desolate place with no financial or cultural value to the kingdom. There can be little discussion as to the logic of this decision.
Hang on, this isn't right. Not right at all. We're all children of the soil. It's in our hearts, it's in our blood. It's under our fingernails. What I mean is, we're all equal when it comes to dirt, like. From dirt we come to dirt we go, yes? We who reside in Morningwood have as good a claim to being clean as anyone. And what of Morningwood itself? Its nature spirits, its woodland elves, and water fairies. Do they not deserve freedom from pollution too? Don't destroy paradise with your urban dregs, man. Channel the waste. Be one with the cycle of life. Have all these, like, factories and stuff.
I think you've been sniffing the sewage, mate.
Turn one into a, what do you call it? One of those things. A sewage reclamation facility. Right on.
What shall you decide, Your Majesty?
Yeah, let's do a sewage plant, go on.
Morningwood is to be left unspoiled. We will find other ways to deal with Bowerstone's sewage problem.
The Queen has spoken. Morningwood shall not be used as a waste site. The Sanitation Committee will look into safer alternatives.
Groovy. You are like a majestuous eagle, Your Majesty. You were in touch with your inner innards. Granny Nature thanks you from, like, the bottom of her heart.
A pity. I must admit I was rather looking forward to breathing fresh air, but I'm sure Your Majesty knows best.
Meet with Paige.
There is nothing as important as the health and hygiene of our citizens. As such, Riva Industries is delighted to announce the opening of the Bowerstone Sewage Recycling Facility, because there can be no affluence without effluence.
Well, at least we've got 750 grand.
Only one more appointment left. Paige has requested a meeting in the old rebel headquarters. How very cloak and dagger. I wonder what she wants.
Oh, come on now. Don't make me run all the way there. Well, at least we've got a profit. Thanks to the whorehouse. Oh, God's sake. Every time. Why can't it just take me there?
It's the great Hi, Big Shot.
At your service.
Hello there. Greetings, Mom.
Greetings. What? It's doing that thing again, is it? Where it's going the wrong way. Or is it a shortcut? Oh, nice. $294 days left. I mean, really, what's she doing down here? She should be living in the palace with me.
It's not every day a queen walks into the rebel headquarters. You've changed the world since we last stood here.
You had a lot to do with it, Paige.
But we still haven't changed things enough. Without Logan's troops, crime is becoming a serious problem. There's one man in particular, Nigel Ferret. He's making this city his own. Every criminal in Bowerstone reports to him now. He's too powerful for me to deal with, and he's not easy to find. But I know how you can get to him.
Another 50 for this. That'll get us one of our big moves.
Kid went undercover with a gang of robbers and found out their plans. They're going to strike the tavern in Bowerstone Market. If you get there in time, you can stop the raid. And at least one of those thugs must know where Ferret is holed up.
Stop the robbery in Bowerstone Market pub. I'm going out this way. Well, I mean, the way things are at the minute, we've got the best part of 3 million. Wants to put my personal stash in there, so it's not too bad. I think, this is coming back to me a little bit, I think when I first played the game and did this, I think I had such a small amount of money, like just a few thousand or something ridiculous. The place got absolutely slaughtered, there was barely anything left. Worst rule ever.
An address from Logan, your king. You are citizens of Albion. Its noble soil runs through your veins. Its long history is your own history. But this kingdom does not exist to support you or to feed you. It is not a fruit to be picked off the ground, or a tree whose shade will protect you unconditionally. This land of ours demands your sweat, it demands your labor, and it demands your sacrifice. We are entering an epoch full of opportunities, but full of peril.
Oh, it's deathly quiet at night time, isn't it? You can just hear the water and the owls and stuff.
Yippee! Those are nice shoes. But don't you think your grand's feet are cold without them?
Where's this gnome?
Sure are a lot of problems in the world. Going to take one big, strong man to fix them. You remind me of an old friend. He was a twit, just like you.
The hell is it? Sounds like it's right on top of me, but I can't see it.
Ha! You're funny, but looks aren't everything.
Huh. I don't know what's going on there. I think I might have looked for this chap before, for this gnome before, inside the pub, and I couldn't see it there either.
We could be best friends. If I like people with an ass for a face.
Definitely sounds like it's coming from this building. No idea. Can't see that for the life of me. I'm just going to do the quest.
I'd like to come round to your house for tea. And then I'll have your mum.
I like how I've got a whole army now, and it's me going off and doing all this.
You won't get hurt. If you give us any trouble, we'll kill you. Now, just so you know we mean business, I'd like one of you to give us trouble, so we can kill him as an example to the rest. Who's it gonna be then? Oh look, we have a volunteer. The Queen, no less. Have at her, fellas.
Look at the
It is no longer advantageous for any of us to frequent the hideout in Industrial. Presently, I shall inaugurate a new centre of operations in Bowerstone Market. You've been provided with a key which will permit access. Please endeavour to prevent its transference to an unauthorised individual.
Oh, this ferret guy is the one that kidnapped somebody earlier, wasn't he? And he got away. Knocked the girl out and got away.
I've always wondered what it's like there.
Whoa! Awaiting your command.
How are you doing?
At your service, my queen. Everything all right, Your Majesty?
I trust you
And at
well.
your
Hello
command.
there, Your Majesty.
Madam.
Okay. Aha.
I don't want to miss it. Did I miss it?
There we go. Hidden hideout.
You again. It does tend to obviate the entire objective of maintaining a secret hideout if your enemies can simply infiltrate whenever they've the inclination. Lads, perform the specific services for which I employ you. Expeditiously.
Huh?
Killer! Fast!
Throne's gonna be cold tomorrow without your arse.
Wearing my flame retardant underpants, that guy just said.
Get off him, you monster!
The door is locked. Hey, I thought I had a key. Ah, here we go. Down the stairs. Oh, right. They were like kidnapped soldiers or something, the way they were acting. The hell is this?
Please set me free.
He's off.
In the local wildlife with your cold dead corpse. Was that a man? You scum!
Just put his fingers up at me. Any other prisoners? Where's that door go to? There's several ways to go here. Well, actually, that's the way we're meant to be going, so come back. Suruk! Oh, hello. $22 of 50. A key locked in a cell. It's kind of ironic, don't you think? Oh, the irony.
I believe I can state with relative confidence that your efforts are in vain. Even should it transpire that you vanquish my associates, this door is completely impenetrable. In addition to which, this cell contains a secret egress through which I may abscond whenever I desire. Meanwhile, my compatriots shall brutalize your person.
Very nice.
You fancy that?
Whew, got a bit tense for a second there.
You haven't lost your touch. I'm surprised his men were foolish enough to fight you.
Now, truth be told, my superlative intellect notwithstanding, it would appear this is not, in fact, the specific cell I so confidently referenced earlier. The one with the secret exit has 2 beds. All right, you have prevailed, Your Majesty. I concede. However, I entreat you to entertain a certain proposal.
You have nothing to offer, Ferret. It's over.
Ah, that pronouncement is objectively devoid of merit. I happen to have on my person a substantial quantity of currency. Let me go free, and the money is yours.
100,000.
As far as I'm concerned, you can stay in there and rot. But that's for the Queen to decide.
You royal miscreant! This grievous malefaction shall be rewarded with equally grievous retribution.
The criminal forces of Nigel Ferret have been defeated, and Mr. Ferret himself remains locked in a cage for the rest of his life, which, in the absence of food and water, is bound to be quite short. 252 days left. Yeah, the casualties are looking a bit grim, aren't they?
Strides, Your Majesty. Witness witness the glory of your treasury, don't you just want to go swimming in all that gold? But the kingdom demands your attention once more. The time has come to make a decision on Albion's drinking laws. Under Logan's rule, our citizens are restricted in the amount of alcohol they can purchase per day. As you can imagine, this has proved a rather unpopular measure. And yet many respected members of the community think the law does not go far enough. They would like alcohol consumption wholly abolished among the commoners. They feel, rather reasonably, that it leads to improper behavior and raucous public spectacles. These concerned nobles are willing to pay handsomely for the change in policy. Meanwhile, the commoners themselves would like the restrictions completely lifted, claiming they infringe upon their freedom and their rights. You cannot please everyone, Your Majesty, but you must make a decision.
Well, why would it cost money to remove the drink limit? Surely you'll be making more coin out of tax on drink. I don't know how that works. I think we'll keep it as is, because I don't want to outlaw alcohol. That's just ridiculous.
Very good. Perhaps this is not the time to be implementing radical new measures. It will give both the gentry and the rabble something to complain about. Who knows? It may take their minds off their impending doom. Let us move on to other matters, Your Majesty. You have a busy day in the throne room ahead.
Rule on the possible reopening of Brightwall Academy. That's going to cost me money, I bet you. Consider proposal to drain Bower Lake and meet with a concerned and wealthy citizen.
Samuel, the head of the Brightwall Academy, is ready to plead his case. I sincerely hope he isn't after a handout, though I'm sure Master Reaver will be the voice of reason, as always.
Right, well, before we do anything else, no, it doesn't tell you there. I noticed on the last time it came up, there was a... what do you call it? There was a civilian casualties number, and it was super high. It's like, what the shit? Right, let's just go and have a look and see if 2.5 million has got us any higher to our key, so I can get rid of this coin. Well, it is getting pretty bloody ridiculously high.
Fancy a bit of counting, do you?
Oh, come on now. Come on now. How am I not allowed that key? So I reckon it's going to be 3 million to get that, isn't it? So I reckon we'll be alright. I reckon we've still got 200 and odd days before the thing comes. Not 300 million. Did I say 300 million? 3 million, I think. However, in the meantime, we do have 100 points. I think I'm going to get the gun next. Alright, become a master of guns. Nice. Nice indeed. So that's it. The next 100 will get us our sword. I'm so annoyed that I've spent that money on magics that I won't use. We had literally, well, at least 80 went on those last two spells that I've never used. Just wanted to try them out. Anyway. We might get a couple more quests that are 50 guild seals each before the year runs out. Yeah, 5.5 million casualties. It's like, fuck. What? However, we've got some coin, and we've definitely got coin in our
Welcome to the sanctuary.
In our main one. So, in the next part, we shall well, the glittery thing is going through the wall, but I'm pretty sure it means to go up here to the throne room. Go to the throne room. So in the next part, we shall go to the throne room and carry on building up our wealth, people. I reckon we've got 750 grand, and, well, I reckon by the time we get to the end of the year, we should definitely have about 3 million clocked up, I would think. So I reckon it's going to be quite a good outcome, to be fair, with that amount of money. To get 6.5 million, you'd have to, I suppose, have gone through the game, maybe just buying businesses and let them just keep clocking up for the entirety of the game. In fact, to be fair, I could just wander about. What you could have done before you go and fight Loghain, you could just keep wandering about, once you've bought all the businesses, let your money all clock up and everything. But I didn't do that, obviously. It wasn't like a grind out for me. Because you'd be hunting down things like the gnomes and the keys and all that sort of stuff. And while you're doing that and you've bought all the businesses, your money's just clocking up for fun. In fact, you could just leave it in a safe spot in the middle of a town and go off for 3 days and eat your dinner. Come back and have a gazillion pounds, couldn't you? So you could cheat your way to having a load of money to save everybody. But anyway, I think we'll have a fairly reasonable outcome if we've got about three. Well, I should have 3 million personal income, and then we've got 7. Well, I've got 7. 7.75 already in the stash. So best part of 4 million maybe by the time we get there. Never know, there might be another brothel to open. Get us another 1 million. Thoroughly enjoying this, actually. I was convinced in my head that the Loghain thing was the end. Completely forgot about all of this part. Anyway, thoroughly enjoying it. It has been an honour and a privilege serving for you once again in Fable 3 on the Xbox Series X, and I'll catch you in the next one, folks. Take it easy. Bye.